7 numbers that reveal America's true direction. Jonathan Cahn responds to John MacArthur's claims that PTSD isn't real. And miraculous protection of a pastor who was attacked on a Sunday morning service. And our top story is Benny Hinn speaks out. I'm John Matarazzo for Charisma News, and these are your top stories of the week. Our first article right now is 7 numbers that clearly reveal the direction that America has chosen by Michael Snyder. He looks at 7 different numbers that are going to give you insight as to where America really stands. Now, he says in the first one that there is more political chaos in our nation than there has ever been in his entire life. And more than 40% of U.S. voters actually believe that a second civil war is likely within the next 5 years. Another one that he says is that only 36% of Americans approve of Israel's military campaign in Gaza. Number 3, 65% of Americans do not approve of the Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe versus Wade. Now, there is 4 more, and you're going to really want to pay attention to number 6 there. Our next article, Benny Hinn's regrets. I'm a human being. I've made mistakes. And this is taken from an interview, an exclusive interview that Charisma founder Stephen Strang did on the Strang Report podcast, where he and Benny Hinn had a sit-down interview where Ben said, I am a human being. I've made mistakes. At times, I was not too wise, a number of times with prophecy. And now we have Jonathan Cahn talking out about mental health amid the MacArthur backlash. On a April 30th interview or panel that where John MacArthur was speaking, and here he is in this video link that you can see on our website here. He's next to Hinn, and he says that there is no such thing as PTSD. There is no such thing as OCD. There is no such thing as ADHD. You can click this and hear the pastor say that himself. But in this response, Rabbi Jonathan Cahn says, he speaks about mental health and what it is and what is not real. Rabbi Jonathan Cahn gives an excellent message about experiencing lasting emotional stability. You have to be willing to commit your ways to God. It's a great video. You need to watch it and read the article along this as well. A gun miraculously jams as a man shoots at the pastor. Now, this happened in North Braddock, Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh, where a pastor in North Braddock was giving God all the praise and honor and glory after a man tried to murder him as he was giving his sermon. Pastor Glenn Germany had fractions of a second to react as the man, identified as 26-year-old Bernard Jr. Polite, casually strolled up on the front altar of the Jesus Dwelling Place Church, smiled at the pastor, and raised a silver pistol mere feet from Germany with clear line of fire. When he pulled the trigger, the gun jammed. Thank the Lord for that. He was, the pastor ducked down. One of the congregants tackled Polite, and actually we were able to take away the gun from him. And even though Polite pointed a firearm at pastor, he attempted to shoot, but the firearm failed to discharge. That's according to the police statement there. Pastor Germany recalls that this guy was just dealing with spirits, he says. He came in and wanted to shoot somebody. Polite has already apologized to Germany, who in turn forgave him for his actions. According to the police reports, there sadly appears to be a victim from Polite's recent breakdown. 56-year-old Derek Polite was found at the residence of Bernard Polite as police continue to investigate the matter. Thank the Lord for his protection and pray for your pastors. And our top story right now is Benny Hinn breaks silence amid controversy. About a month ago, there was a viral video that Mike Winger, a YouTuber, put out, a 4.5-hour expose about Benny Hinn, where he covers many things from Benny Hinn's almost 50 years of ministry, most of that being on TV and videos of all of those things. And so Benny actually responds to some of the things that were said in this video, in this exclusive sit-down interview that he had with Charisma founder Stephen Strang. Evangelist Benny Hinn has been called a lot of things and held many titles over the years. Whether people love him or hate him, they still cannot stop talking about him. and his recognizable crusades. You want to read this article and watch the video. Now, you want to make sure that you subscribe to this channel as well as the Strang Report so that you can be notified whenever part 2 of this exclusive interview is released. Would love to hear your thoughts. Share those in the comments and have a great weekend. I'm